overwhelming evidence that God does not exist. Okay, let's not get emotional. Let's look at it from an objective perspective, right? Christianity says yes, He exists in the Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. He walked on earth. They say definitely there is a God. He is, and He was born. We can show Him that, give evidences where He was born, and that He really did exist, right? So that okay, we'll give that one, right? Doesn't mean it is evidence that He exists. So we have to look at things from an overall perspective, right? And then we come to the scientific community. Scientific community, they need empirical evidence. There's no empirical evidence that God exists. So from a science, if you say scientifically we're saying God does not exist, yes, because it can't be proved that He exists, right? So science says no. Second evidence, right? Islam says that He was never born, and nor does He give rise to birth. He's inconceivable. He's You cannot conceive of Him. What does that mean? He's not something physical, not something concrete. No, is it something that does not exist? Something that doesn't exist beyond non. Is neither form nor formless. He's not form. He's not formless. Right? There's no this thing, right? God entity in a certain space that praying to Him there, because the Quran says is everywhere. It says it's inconceivable. So what does inconceivable mean? Means not existing and not non-existence. As what is logically, philosophically, scientifically, empirically means spade as spade mean does not exist, right? So you're worshipping, yes, they worship the one that is inconceivable. We don't know. We know not existing and not existent and not non-existent. Inconceivable. Just worshipping the one that is inconceivable, right? Islam is from a logical perspective, means does not exist. Right? That's what it means, right? Don't get emotional, right? So the next big religion, Hinduism. What is the conclusion of Sanatana Dharma? So conclusion, the highest level, you got the Dvaita aspect, the Vishta Advaita and Advaita. So the Dvaita, so they elevate the consciousness of the mind, because the regular people can't conceive of that which is very high, right? So they start on a level that is got all many names and forms. Then they go specially to Vishta Advaita, which is a specific god, either Vaishnava or Shakti or Shiva, right? Or any of their deities. This is the only God and the most supreme God, right? So this is Vishtadvaita concept, but Advaita is the highest. They say conclusion of Sanatana Dharma or Vedanta is Advaita, mean non-dual. Beyond is neither form nor is he formless. Is beyond form and formless. It's not a he or she also, right? Beyond form, inconceivable also, right? Non-dual, becoming one with that one. Even so what is that? Logically speaking, does not exist, right? I don't get emotional. Does not exist. We're talking from a logical perspective, scientifically what it means, philosophically what that means, right? From using logic, right? So Hinduism say God does not exist, right? And let's look from the Buddhists. Buddhists say yes, there's no God concept that Buddha ever saw, right? And they come out, modern conclusion is Buddhism says there's no God. Because you're calling the spade a spade, just call it. You know, not go into this concept, that concept, and come to the conclusion, and that is inconceivable and is beyond form, beyond form. Say, okay, it doesn't exist. Call it straight, right? Logically, they say clearly, right? Buddhism, right? It does not exist. So, and then you get the atheists, right? Atheists also. So now it's three. You got Buddhism, you got Hinduism, and you got Islam, and you got the atheists and the scientific communities, all proving logically that God does not exist, against the one the Christians said that he exists, right? Overwhelming evidence, right? If we have to make a decision in a court of law, right, on a balance of probabilities, and from all the evidences, we'll have to say, unfortunately, majority wins. Which arguments win? Overwhelming by 80% margin, right? Or more percentage, right? Overwhelming. God does not exist, right? So I hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself.